Hi everyone, Sulondia Hammond here, affectionately known as Sue Ham, and I'm excited to be with you for yet another segment. Now, in this segment, we want to address the phrase, I don't know. I want you guys to know that the answer, I don't know, is just not a good enough answer. If you're like most people, you hate it when you ask someone a question that you know full well that they know the answer to. You ask them a question, they know the answer, but yet their response is, I don't know. I remember when I was in a relationship with my son's father, and from time to time, we'd have disagreements, get into little heated arguments. And you see, the thing about us is that we knew each other so well, so we definitely knew exactly what buttons to push. I knew that if I wanted to end the argument or have the upper hand, I'd only have to respond, I don't know, whenever he asked me a question. Now, he would always ask questions that would make me think, or point out my weaknesses, or he tended to be an overanalyzer of my answers, or maybe I just wasn't very clear and concise with my answers, and so he asked follow-up questions just to ascertain whether or not he understood it correctly. I'd like to think that he was just too analytical. That serves my ego just a little bit better. Anyhow, he'd always ask questions, and I would always respond with, I don't know. Then he would practically yell, what do you mean you don't know? And of course, I would give him the blank stare and repeat, just a tad bit slower this time. I just don't know. By this time, the steam is coming from his head, both of his ears, his mouth, and I actually believe, I'm serious, I really, really do believe I saw steam coming from his eyes. He'd say, you know what, Sulondia, you are too intelligent of a person to not know. I don't know is just not a good enough answer. Now, let me ask you this. How many of you out there, when presented with the question, what are you waiting on, respond with, I don't know? Why haven't you started your business? I don't know. Why are you still in an abusive relationship? I don't know. Why are you broke? I don't know. What are you afraid of? I don't know. Why aren't you investing in yourself? I don't know. Why haven't you started? I just don't know. Well, the truth is, you do know. You haven't started a business because you're afraid or you lack resources and or skills and knowledge to begin. You're still in an abusive relationship because you don't recognize your value. You're broke because of your mindset. Free your mind and the rest will follow. You're afraid because you don't realize the great power that you have harnessed within inside of you. You're not investing in yourself because you either think you know it all or either you don't value yourself. You haven't started because you're too comfortable with false security. Now, going back to my previous relationship with my son's father, I know exactly why I did what I did, but instead of acknowledging my actions, I covered it up with, I don't know. You see, it's so much easier to avoid doing the work. It's easier to remain comfortable and average. It's the going against the grain, the examining your flaws and working to fix those flaws. That's what's hard. It's human nature to want to be lazy. It's human nature to settle. It's human nature to want to do the things that come fast and easy to this. And I know this to be true because I have been in that situation. I know this to be true because only 2% of the population is wealthy. I know this to be true because the vast majority of humans settle for less. We do less and we expect handouts. One thing I know for certain is that excellence is recognized. Sooner or later, your excellence will capture the attention of those in need of what you have to offer. The way to be excellent is to take pride in yourself, continuously perfect your skills, never stop learning, and always, 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 always add value. You cannot add value with having the I don't know attitude. If you really don't know, then I suggest you get to knowing. And if you were like me, using the phrase, I don't know, was simply a masquerade, an excuse to keep from dealing with the real issues. I'm saying to you right now that it's time to stop it. It's time you live up to your full potential, because the truth is you do know. And saying I don't know is just not good enough. So starting from today, I want you to declare that those things that you are afraid of, you will sit down and examine it. Examine those fears. The quickest way to get over fear is to do the thing that you fear. If you feel you lack skills and knowledge, then I want you to, starting today, begin to invest in those things. Take a course, read a book, listen to audios, watch some DVDs, seek out a mentor, go to seminars, conferences. Start today with where you are. I don't know is just not good enough. If you're in an abusive relationship, starting right now, I need you to recognize your value. Recognize that you are the most valuable asset on this planet. You alone. And you do not deserve any physical, verbal, or emotional abuse that you are currently enduring. And if you're broke, start by changing your mindset. I want you to know that nearly all of the successful and wealthy people in this world started with little to nothing. That means that you are on the same playing ground as them. If you feel like you're not smart enough, if you feel like you don't have enough money or you don't know the right people, guess what? 98% of the successful and wealthy people in the world today were in your shoes, but today they stand successful and wealthy. So you have that same starting point. Don't allow the excuse of I don't know to stop you from living your dreams. I don't know is just not good enough. It's not going to cut the mustard anymore. It's not going to cut the mustard. I am holding you accountable. So, will you agree with me that today is the last day that you will use those words, I don't know? Because truthfully, you do know. And the thing is, it's time to do something about what you know. If there's things that you need to examine and fix, then fix it. If there are things that you need to learn, then learn it. If there are people that you need to let go, then let them go. Okay? Because I don't know is just not good enough. Thank you guys for listening. Again, this is Sulondia Hammond, affectionately known as Sue Ham, baby. And, pick up that book at sueham.com, SUEHAM.com, and connect with me. Share these audios with someone that you think that may need them. And as always, live, learn, love, and laugh. And I am loving you guys to life.